My name is Thomas Robert Malthus. I will introduce the background of my life. On February 13, 1766, I was born into a prominent family near Guildford, Surrey in England. I attended homeschooling before being accepted to Cambridge University Jesus College in 1784. There, I earned a master's degree in 1791. In 1805, I became a professor of history and political economy at the East India Company College at Haileybury. I became a fellow of the Royal Society in 1819. 2 years later, I joined the Political Economy Club alongside economist David Ricardo and Scottish philosopher James Mill. I was selected among the 10 Royal Societies of the Royal Literary Society in 1824. In 1833, I was selected for both the Académie des Sciences Morales et Politiques in France, as well as the Royal Academy of Berlin. I also founded the London Statistical Society in 1834. I died at St. Catherine near Bath, Somerset in 1834. There are some contributions I have made in the economy. Among them is population growth. My main contribution is to highlight the relationship between food supply and population. In my view, humans don't overeat until starvation just because people change their behavior in the face of economic incentive. Realizing that although food production tends to increase arithmetically, population tends to increase naturally at geometric rate and more rapidly. I think it is not surprising that people choose to reduce population growth. People can increase food production, I think, only by slow and difficult methods like reclaiming unused land or intensive agriculture. But they can check population growth more effectively by marrying late, using contraception, migrating, or in more extreme cases, using diminished healthcare, tolerating violent social illness or deplorable living condition, war, and murder. I am fascinated not by the inevitable death of human beings, but why human beings do not die in the face of enormous possibilities. As an economist, I study responses to incentive. In addition, I also support welfare reform. The Poor Law has recently provided for a welfare system that provides an increasing amount of money depending on the number of children in a family. I think that this only encourages the poor to have more children because they will not be afraid that an increase in the number of offspring will make it difficult to eat. An increase in the number of poor workers will reduce labor costs and ultimately make the poor poorer. Also stated that if the government or agency give a certain amount of money to every poor person, the price will go up and the value of money will change. Moreover, as population grows faster than production, supply will essentially stagnate or decline so that demand will increase and so will prices. Moreover, I suggest that capitalism is the only economic system that can function. Furthermore, I also propose a market glut theory where an excess of supply over demand is considered possible. I feel that the key to avoiding such an advantage, which will lead to unemployment, lies in the amount spent by the landowner class. If they spend freely, there will be sufficient demand and unemployment will be low. One way to ensure this, I argued in my contribution to the debate on the corn law, which has imposed tariff on cheap corn imports, is to maintain those tariffs. This will raise the price of British agricultural produce, increase the income of landlords, increase their spending, and thus prevent the occurrence of market gluts. This element of theory was later revived as a Keynesian theory of the short-term role of tariffs under a fixed exchange rate. In conclusion, I am arguably the most misunderstood economist of all time. The adjective Malthusian is used today to describe pessimistic prediction of the step-by-step death of human beings destined to starve through overpopulation. When my hypothesis was first expressed in best-selling an essay on the principle of population 1798, the commotion it provoked among non-economists overshadowed the immediate respect inspired by my economic colleague. So unenabled and simple is the side-by-side comparison of my illustration of arithmetic and geometric series. Food grows more slowly than population, so much so that it is often sidelined out of context and highlighted as my main observation. The observation is, of course, so clear that it is still easy to forget my real conclusion about because humans are not all hungry. Economic choice must work, and it is the job of an economist to study those choices. I was awarded the post of first professor of political economics at the East India Company College at Halibury and was elected a member of the Royal Society in 1819. I am often known today as the patron of demographics, and while some argue that my contribution to population studies is unusual, I have indeed made population and demographics a serious topic of academic study. The power of population is infinitely greater than the power in the earth to produce subsistence for men.